point there. Ultimately, it would be 3 points, but
2 bonus points.
well, technical, yeah, sure. If you want to put it that way, sure. But you get 3 points, whereas if it's a draw, of course, you each do 1 point, and then obviously a loss, 0-2, then no points for you. So, and again, Reason coming off that victory over Sync, 2-0. So wanted to continue to build off of that, but running into a wall here against Druids, as they do lose the first game. So well played by Druids there, and now here we are in that game number 2. So we developed into the draft quite a bit. So let's take a look at the bands there. Midas, Ophelia, Puppet Master, and Warbeast coming out, and we got Parasite first pick, and a Moira, Moraxis, and a Flux. But also look at his captain. It's Tank Effect.
Yeah.
All right.
Just noticed that as well.
Interesting.
They were running Tank Effect as the drafter versus BMG in scrims yesterday. And it worked out fairly well. And I can tell you that Tank Effect, or at least from my experience when playing with Reason, Tank Effect is the one that makes the most major team calls for Reason Gaming. So this doesn't necessarily surprise me. I'm quite sure that Tank Effect is an excellent drafter. So if he wants to give it a try versus Druids, seeing as they are struggling a little bit versus just Druids, then go for it. I mean, swap it up, see what happens. You have nothing to lose. I mean, this is the warm-up event for DreamHack, so this is the time of any to do so.
Yeah. Well, we got Tremble now coming out for Reason as well. So, yeah, in fact, he's left open into the next tier picks even. Apparently Reason will take advantage of that. Get it in the hands of Immaboy, I'm sure. But, yeah, and Tank Effect again. He's the one with that LAN experience, too. That he has been that leader. So that would be interesting if that is even something. See, the whole Keizu doing it earlier for Insania, I felt that was more of a game. They're kind of having fun with it to an extent. But this is something I could actually see because of, again, the experience Tank Effect has in the leadership role, but also in the LAN experience in the end. So I'm not saying this is evident here that that's going to be the case, but I'm curious. I'm curious moving forward, possibly. But anyways, they get Tremble. You see Lodestone coming out for Druids over here. That is a lot of AoE, man. Lodestone with the Tempest and the Flux. And even Moira on top of that.
Yeah, do not get caught in the Tempest ultimate.
No.
Then you're going to get screwed. But we got Tank Effect here playing the Parasite for Legion. And usually when you go versus Reason Gaming, or pretty much every single game that I've seen where Reason have been involved, that Parasite has been blind banned because Tank Effect has... He plays his hero to perfection. Not only the Ophelia, but just every single Force hero. But Parasite is usually banned going up versus Reason Gaming. And now at the same time, the Hellborn team got the Flux, which is Krakus, or the hero that is usually banned versus Druid. So both teams more or less just making a statement that they're going to give it a try at least to go up versus each other's top tier heroes.
Malakin to finish it off. All right. That makes sense there. With the lineup that they
definitely
have.
Interesting. This is a core lineup for Druids, I gotta say that.
Yeah.
Recent Gaming got rid of the Midas, otherwise I'm pretty sure the Druids would have had a Midas as well, and then they would have had everyone on their number one heroes, more or less. Because I think it's safe to say that Malakin has just been... Probusk has more or less... He's dominating on this hero. Every single time I see Malakin, it's just... I think of Probusk and having tons of gold minutes every single time. And with the supporting cast that he got in this game, the Lowzone, the Tempest, the Moira, and the Kraken, I cannot see him landing under like 400, 500 gold per minute in this game.
This skin. I don't, I'm very curious. It seems like we kind of go in waves with these pauses here. We're like, for a while, I felt like we were in a spot where we actually weren't like having any pauses. Like it was just good. It was just things were flowing, and then lately they're back. Pauses are just back in every single game. Just begin the game. Let's just pause and sit and pause here. Whether it's a strap pause or whatever. I don't know. It's a little frustrating as a spectator, especially, but I guess they just want to talk things over and make sure that they're all on the same page.
Yeah, usually that's what happens. Like, you want to go over, for example, your timings, like who picks up what, like when Tempest goes for example, like look at the lanes first of all. Let's see, in this particular case, we got Malikan and Moira in the safe lane, and we've got Tempest in the forest. So look at who is going to be suicide for Reason. It's going to be Sane. on that kinesis, and he cannot counter push. So it's safe to say the druids are like going over. Okay, so when we get Tempest to a certain level and we get that mana ring, then we're looking to push. That's what we're going to do. That's the plan, more or less. And what? Okay, so maybe the pause this time was for a different.
Yeah. Well, they paused to make sure that they can do this correctly. That's very evident. So, okay. Well, that's 135 gold invested on each hero for Homecoming Stone. They have a Word of Sight, but this is interesting because Parasite's coming over.
They have absolutely 0 heroes for this to work, though. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have any hero that are good versus Kongor, so I understand why they use the ports. They definitely need the extra time, but is it going to be enough? I mean, Malikan has to use the Green Sword at this point, so he's like making no damage whatsoever.
Now, they're not being scouted, though. I think that's obvious, that's a huge advantage here, of course. Unless Parasite goes down and just some reason thinks, oh, let me check Kongor. He's not doing that, though. They have been
practicing this, though, man. Like, they have been in a game, or they have done this numerous times before, because they are doing it to perfection with those trades. Malikan and Lodestone, like, and Tempest are the one like pulling Lodestone the health pots all the time, because he's the one carrying the health pots, but I don't know, this is perfection by druids. They have been practicing this.
It worked. It worked, and that's obviously one of the worst things to see if you're the other team. You see that message pop up, and all of a sudden, and that was really good timing too. It's right as the horn blew, and here we go. The game, the creeps will spawn, and they're going to make their way to the lane. So, not too shabby at all. Everyone's level 2. They got the token. Who they give it to? Lodestone, yeah. And the suicide there. He buys another TP to get down there now, and he has some treaters on top of that. So yeah, I mean, obviously they invested a little bit of gold there initially to make it happen, but getting it, well, that pays it off in the end.
That it does, definitely. Getting level 2 for supports, especially, is a big deal. For Moira up here at the top lane. Now he went for the Mana Sunder instead of Illusion or Moira. That's a little bit questionable, but alright.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to get level 3 at least before he starts rotating around. Otherwise, I feel like this would have been a prime opportunity.
Oh my gosh.
To go straight towards
One
mid.
more auto attack. Nice block there by Tremble. But he eats through the trees. It's not over just yet. Now, this, I was curious about that because, again, he went the plates, but he did that, though, for Kongor. So, if he had heads or face match there, I mean, that was a kill, no doubt, onto Empath. But it's understandable why he had the Lodestone plates.
Oh, look at this, by the way. Tankafat is coming in with a Skeleton King. He got a token, so they have to kill him twice.
Yeah. Oh, they're not going to kill him. Oh, he actually just had enough mana. Wow. Is it going to be enough? It is. So they will get the first kill at least. But now all that means they'll just have to play a little more passive. Meanwhile, top lane, Kinesis in a lot of trouble. Sword throw 1 second.
Okay.
He's going to land. Oh, nice juke from Zane, but now he's going further into the jungle. So, but actually, yeah, they're not going to really chase here because they don't want to waste time. So he actually is going to escape. So
that is discussable. That is a first blood.
True.
And that was a free one. There's no way that he would be able to survive that. He doesn't even have Marchers on Kinesis. So I don't know. I feel like Flux could have easily just rotated in as well and gotten that kill. I think that would have been worth it. 400 gold. That's a big deal this early on.
Well, they pass it up, and he does escape ultimately in the end. And still level 1, but staying alive. And he mentioned no Bloodlust kill out now because of that decision right there. And in fact, the bottom lane, no, I think Lodestone's a little too safe right here next to the tower and everything. Not going to necessarily be able to dive him. So, but Tremble here, Tremble and Empath, you know, as far as their kill potential, maybe not the scariest here, especially against a Lodestone. Obviously, you throw a Parasite into the mix, and that changes it up a little bit, but Zibby, for good reason, I'm sure feeling pretty confident here, then can stand his ground, and especially, again, as far as the lane being pushed up, too, so that's working out for him. Middle lane matchup, how's that one going? Moraxis 9-1, Flux 14-4. Again, you have to take into consideration, of course, the 1 level advantage to start. It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and the fact that Flux is just a great hero versus melee. Because of that second spell of his, it deals tons of damage. So Moraxis didn't even go for the Iron Shield, so yeah, it's gotta be Really careful. Mora, where is he, by the way? He's still on the top. I feel like they could have easily set up a kill if he just had that illusion, but still choosing to pass up on it and getting 2 levels in charge of Harkon. I don't understand that.
Well,
Oh.
yeah, doesn't want the illusion yet, and that's that. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. It just feels odd. It just feels funky. It's like you kind of take away arguably the biggest impact of the hero, of being able to not only initiate safely but set up kills from long range and quickly in the beginning of the game. So.
Second, look at the bot lane, by the way.
Jeez.
Tremble and Lodestone just fighting each other. Oh my god, is Prober's gonna turn this one around? He is!
Oh no, the play comes out. It actually allows it to turn. He does die as well, but he gets the bloodlust, and that's safe to say it's very worth it for Zibby right there.
Oh yeah, he's more than happy. That was... was it the Terror or the Dark Swarm that killed him in the end?
Oh no, the face smash, or the head smash. Oh, that's right, it can't kill you, so... I guess that's the only thing, right?
Yeah, it must have been the Dark Swarm, like,
it's
disappearing.
the same frame.
Exactly.
That's true.
No,
wow.
I remember that one. It was Milkfat playing versus Minuts in the Hooniversary last year. And Milkfat made a big plays and actually managed to get a kill on Minuts with that head smash ability. When he was like at 10 HP or something.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was a fun event. The 1v1 tournament, yeah.
And your Soul Sitter wasn't too close or wasn't too far away from
let's not talk about
taking on Insania.
Let's not talk about that. Those were different times. Middle lane, uh-oh. Well, this is interesting, actually, because Empath and Invis. So he saw... No, he didn't see, because of El Ra, but... They're going to set up, but yeah, all of a sudden Tempest comes out. It's like, wait, what's going on here? Now Empath... No. I don't know about that, but it does secure the kill, really. And actually, though, Arcane Shield will pop, and he goes for the turn and gets it. So, yeah, that really backfires on the Hellborn side. It's not over just yet. Obviously, Parasite there to assist as well, but now Malakin coming in, and all of a sudden Moraxis is in a lot of trouble. The Shards of Harkon will eventually stun him. He didn't have another cooldown there ready, and down goes Moraxis. So, okay. I mean, they come through in the Yen, and Malakin especially, of course. He benefits from it greatly. 460 plus gold per minute now. Jeez. All ready for a Probusk here.
Yeah, well played in the end. I think I like seeing Probusk being active early on with that portal key, or not the portal key, but with the TP. That reminds me of like Slicks back in the day. He was that one when he was playing for TT Esports. He was like that one carry that always had a portal or a TP early on, even in that hard carry role. So props for that, definitely. Securing a kill on Malakin, that's an important one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Being very mobile early on and hoping to set that up. Lodestone, level 7 now as well, so he has a lot of kill potential. He is higher level than anyone on the Legion side. This is a suicide Lodestone. Yes, he did get a Conger kill assist as well, so again, that helps, but that is very significant.
It's just... one of those players, always pulling through, like so consistent.
I was going to say, he should use Shadow Storm right here. He does actually. Will it go off in time? It looks like it. And now that's going to do a lot of damage. You see Parasite and Tremble both very low. Tempest porting in. Tremble, one auto attack. No, it's not enough. Parasite distracting him as well. Going to maybe try to set up a turn kill. Will not do so in the end unless Boris can make that happen. Kinesis also coming. Where were the TPs there, man? If anyone else TP'd in, that would have been so many more kills. It still could be, I guess. It looks like both actually Kinesis. Now Flux is in trouble. He's on the setup by himself. Oh. Yeah, this is just backfiring huge on Druids. Another TP is coming in, though. Is Boris going to actually help kill him? It is. Yeah, that was a mistake. Now Lowstone at least comes in to clean up, and finally it finishes, but... yeah, the communication there from Druids, they weren't all on the same page. And the fact that Tremble lived especially is the craziest thing, I think.
Yeah, well played by Recento, taking advantage of the situation. But yeah, I don't know what happened with Probusk with his port. He had a port, but it wasn't cooldown, so I guess he was back in his base or something, I don't know, and ported out to the lane. I don't know. He wasn't able to get there at least, so... Recent Gaming coming out on top and definitely making the way back into the game. They needed that because they were so far behind. You were just talking about it as well. Lodestone being higher level than everyone on the Legion side.
Yeah, I mean, still tied for the highest level at least now, but yeah, that's definitely beneficial big time for Reason game is starting to climb at least back into the game. So still a lot of work to be done, but this is one of those cases, especially with the Conqueror level 1, that could have snowballed out of control very, very quickly. It's now only kind of semi-doing that, at least. As Malikan pushes in the top tower, 500 gold per minute. Speaking of snowballing, that's exactly what he's doing here. He's already going to have a Whispering Helm this early on top of the Steam Boots. As middle lane, more access. They're going to go in actually on a Flux right here. He pops Eric and Shield early, and now he's vulnerable. Yep, there come the Shards of Harkon. He doesn't have a chance now. And in a follow-up from Lowstone, easy kill onto him. And there's the Elemental Void. Pulls with the Minotaur Parasite. And also on top of that, Parasite coming out. Is he going to be able to infest in time? One more second. Yes, he gets it off. And he gets in the Ballista and survives. So the Elemental Warp again, not the best use of it early. Coming out right
they
there.
could have used Arcane Vortex on Mora and set it up with stun. Oh, what's happening?
Ulti
Probo's
form,
getting a
and
solo kill?
yeah, he owned Zane right there. Level 4 compared to a level 9 Malikan, so not much he could have done more in the end.
Damn, Zane is really struggling in this Kinesis, and I'm not sure if this is the first time I actually see him playing Kinesis. He's usually not the Kinesis player, so that might have to do with it as well, or like come into play, that he's not too comfortable with this hero.
Tremble, Imba Boy, again playing it. Another one of these cases of maybe not necessarily thinking Imba Boy and Tremble together, but playing it here and pushing
I
the
like
bottom
it.
tower.
Definitely one of those heroes that you should be able to play or have a strategy around, because it's just one of those powerful heroes or situational heroes. Sometimes it's very, very powerful. And now they got Embuff level 6. They got a mount up at the top lane. They could potentially jump in there and just set up an ambush, but I don't know.
It's scary though. No, granted,
like
Elemental
they
Void
give
is
up.
down.
Yeah, and they don't have Astro either. I mean, giving away a tier 2 tower when they're already on a disadvantage, I don't agree with that. Not when you have a prime, like, just seed opportunity. I guess they don't have enough damage. Kinesis just being level 5 just lacks that burst. And Meraxus doesn't have a portal key. I guess they are afraid. They just want to sit back and get the puzzle box up on Parasite.
Yeah. Well, several items being picked up here on the Hellborn side, and it actually ends up being an Insanitarius first here on Malikan. Some more enhanced damage off the bat. I think Astrolabe just finished on Tempest. That's going to be coming out as well. And I believe that was it for now that I noticed. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Lowstone. He pops the Shatterstorm, though. Going to go for a turn once again. They're nearby. Mora and Tempest are here. There's the Shatterstorm explosion. Down goes Parasite Tremble. He's going to still try to do enough for the kill to Lowstone. He will get him at a one cost here. Flux pulls him in twice. Tremble puts the mount down, hoping to stay alive. The nice Essence Link as well. Nice job with the Stasis Smash coming out from Kinesis. But now Malikan's in. He pops his possession, and down goes Tremble. And he's doing plenty of damage, as you would expect. But now he's in trouble, and he may fall right here. Insanitary switch? No, he couldn't get it off right there. Double tap for Matt H. And all of a sudden, Tempest on the run. And actually, Reason Gaming going to come out on top of this fight. Maybe. Well, even no matter how this ends, I think you can still give it to them. In fact, they will get Tempest in the end. Yes, they will. He does go down to finish it off.
Oh, Tigerfat is going to go down, or they're going to get the Embuff as well. Are you kidding me?
Double tap for Kraken right there. Or Iceland Gogo actually got the double tap. The Meteor doing work in the end. And actually, look at that. He just buys a portal key, and then he portal keys in, but he's not going to find them. So
Nice try at least. Wow, that changed the entire team fight around. Getting those two last kills there for Druids. It was an Iceland Go-Go and with the Tempest, and he already got his core item, so maybe not the biggest deal, but still, at least we're going to buy them a little bit more time. That was, I don't know, that looked really good for a Hellborn team, but I guess the Elemental Void being down just hurt them. They were a little bit too overconfident.
Bottom tower, it's now heavily pressured right here, and should be an easy tower kill for Druids, it looks like. Yes, yeah, Malikan joins them. He also has now a Mystic Vestments, and very good against this Legion team, especially earlier on in the game, of course. Making a point now with the Astrolabe and everything. Elemental Void is now up for them, and Possession, I'm guessing, is up soon. Yeah, 8 more seconds. Also Discharge on top of that, so everything is up now for Druids. And now this is where, if you're Reason, you're not really looking to pick a fight here.
Yeah, compared to the game when they were playing Sync, for example, they had such great counter push heroes. They had Wretched Hag, they had War Beast, and someone else I can't remember right now, but they had great mobility heroes. And this time, I mean, you look at their lineup, they have a Kinesis, a Meraxus, can't really do the same, so they have no way to counter push at this as this is going on for Druids. They are just freely marching up towards their base at the 30-minute mark.
That they are. Tower goes down in the middle lane at least, but yeah, they have to defend. They really don't have a choice right here. Not going to give up a base tower and racks for a secondary tower, so they will eventually fall back again. There's no token or anything like that right now.
You can't, but how do you initiate if you're Druids or if you're Reason right now?
Yeah.
No portal key onto Meraxus. This is really well played by Druids, or taking advantage of the situation right now.
The timing right here is obviously very good with that said. So they are they're not going to get all the way up there though. The counter push is enough here apparently from the Legion side, and now they're going to fall back.
Kongor, they're going to get Kongor, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's been up here for a while. Of course, again they killed it at level 1. So this would be the second Kongor kill now for Druids here. And yeah, it's another case too. If you're Reason, you probably know what's happening, but you're probably not going to do anything to stop it. For good reason here. So
they need to secure the portal key on Meraxus before the next team fight, though. So only here on Meraxus, he needs to find a farm somewhere. He can't really sell any items either. He can sell the mana battery, I guess, but that's just 100 gold. Doesn't gonna help him too much. I don't know. He's too afraid. He doesn't dare to go top either. They don't have any vision on the Hellborn team right now. And with Flux ultimate, of course, and possibly even a portal key on Flux. What just happened? What?
Parasite was being YOLO right there. He was just trying to get vision, and he just got caught kind of sneaking in. So a little silly, but no, really. He's up in 20 seconds, I guess. So there's that. But yeah, they got the token easily on Malakin.
Parasite definitely not having a good game this time, or this time around Tankafet. I was complimenting him or praising him in the last series where we're saying that he's always finding farm on those forest heroes, but in this game, unfortunately not.
Top tower going down right there in favor of Tremble, so a little bit of counter push, but in the meantime, their middle secondary, it's going to end up falling right here. Look at all the level 11s, too. 4 of the heroes are level 11 now on the Hellborn side as well. And you got more at level 8. Oh, yeah, it was the Alchemist Bones Lodestone. That's what did it probably. Caught Parasite off guard there.
Oh, yeah,
killed the creep immediately, so that makes more sense. Getting that to lock him down and also help his farm. Lodestone, 450 gold per minute. Not often we see a Lodestone crazy farmed.
It's a Sibba factor. This guy is crazy. Like, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's pushing the top lane, so unless he gets post-haste, he's not going to be with his team down here. I don't see that happening. Malakin, what's on the courier? It's a Mighty Blade. Okay, so he's actually passing up lifesteal. He's choosing not to go Whispering Helm. I don't know about that. I mean, it seems like that's just so... The synergy on Malakin's so good. Because of his zeal, especially.
I agree. I think you're right. He should go for the lifesteal. There isn't too much lockdown either on the Legion side. So it isn't necessarily that he needs a BKB. I mean, it's a silence for the Parasite, but... I mean, as a Malakin, do you really need to get your spells off that? Like, you got a supporting cast. We talked about that earlier. Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, the lockdown sequence is actually really well played by them right there. It's between Boris, you got the Moraxis stunning in, you got the Essence Link stun, so they did a great job of locking him down before he can get away with the Rocket Drill, but... Okay, Truth, I was going to say about they are pushing bottom, but again, with Lodestone dead, they're not going to break in, so... That's what I was saying earlier, the fact that he was kind of on the other side of the map from his team. So this token, it's not going to be on him much longer, 2.5 minutes. So they need to pretty much make a move as soon as Lodestone comes back up. Oh, who do they catch? Is that Parasite?
Arcane. Yeah, it is Parasite, but he's in the catapult.
They don't have the Alchemist Bones, but it doesn't matter. They got still enough damage to take that out.
I forgot about the Flux factor.
Yeah, there's that too.
Pull the catapult.
Yep, being physical. So easily gets the kill there. And Lodestone bought something, but... Nothing's on him right now, and he just resurrected, so I don't know what. I mean, he definitely, because he had like 2,000 gold. No, he bought something. Huh. Anything on the courier? No, nothing yet. All right, well. Have to wait and see, I guess.
I would have liked the Mystic on him, just to make him a little bit more tanky. Other than that, I mean, he could go for the Bulwark as well if they're trying to break, or if they're gonna try to break the base here in the near future. Portal Key, I guess, is a pretty solid item as well on a lodestone. He's gonna go in the mid.
Jesus, you did. That's a combo, man. It's strong. Oh, he gets Abyssal Skull. Okay.
Lifesteal for Malikan. There we go.
That's all they needed. An Abyssal Skull and Lodestone. And there you go. They got it. All right, well, so yeah, they do have lifesteal now, which is good. Okay, I was going to say, so, yeah, the Shadow Storm again, it does make him vulnerable, and he was still vulnerable a little bit there. Parasite went in to try to maybe take advantage of that, but as soon as he did, all his armor came back on, so immediately ran away. And the Shrunken just purchased by Malikan. I say purchased because it's not on him just yet. Tempest also has a portal key too, so this is crucial. It's obviously this fight will determine a lot in this game. In fact, here we go. Mori jumps in the background. There's the Flux, follow up the Element of Void, and all gets Tremble, but hey, they get Tremble. They got Parasite as well, it looks like. Oh, maybe more than that. Empath also caught because here's the side Tremble. Down he goes. Parasite takes over the Hell Cannon. He's just trying to get away and survive. That's not going to happen, though. Down goes the tower. And I think Druids, they broke through, and I don't see this changing. They're probably going to pull away right here now. Down goes Kinesis, as Malikan now gets the Shrunken Head delivered and going to start damaging down the melee rack. So, Reason perhaps talking it over, but the lead's going to be a little too much here now.
Perfect positioning with the Elemental Void by Iceland Gogo, by the way, making sure the Parasite cannot cancel it even with the Face Hug. So, well played by them, but at the same time, Reason Gaming missing the Quake stun with more Axis, and, oh.
Yeah, he tries. He
That
says, you might as well delay them as much as possible, and actually buys back immediately. And Tremble just resurrected, so there's still something going here, but Shrunken Head pop by Malikan. There's the Shadow Storm explosion. Kinesis off the bat, he's going to drop. Moraxis also getting low once again. He goes down. Tremble in the background, though. But can he do enough? He's got a Shrunken Head up. Malikan, though, going toe-to-toe. But again, the lifesteal, not really the best. He ends up falling right there, and now Lodestone in trouble. No, Mora comes in. My boy ends up with a hat trick, actually.
Support
but Serenia gets the pick.
This
and
is
yeah,
not something that you see too often.
That's true. How did it end up like this?
Left.
Oh, boy. Mora, he's running away, though. Empath level 12 as well. Jeez, he's the highest level on his team other than Tremble. But Mora will get away in the end. All right. So they have a little bit of fun there. Well, so Reason Gaming, persevering at least.
Yeah, it wasn't too shabby. I mean, they got a 500 gold per minute Tremble now, so there's still a little bit of hope, even though it might not be something too significant. That, yeah, not the worst deal in the world.
Yeah.
If they can make a fight for next Kongor, for example, if they can get something up on Parasite as well. He got an Astro, by the way, to support his team, so it's not necessarily going to have that pick-up factor, but I don't know, get a Bulwark and get another damage item onto Tremble, and yeah, you can still make it.
Well, you're talking about upgrades here for the Legion side, which is good, but in the meantime, Druids just upgrades that much more, too. You got a Soul's Bulwark now on Malikan. You got a Portal Key on Tempest. Oh, we already talked about that. It's on Lodestone. That's right. Yeah, Lodestone I got one as well. So now they have that on top of the Flux Tempest jumping in. And, of course, Malikan with the Sword Throw. So, and then even Moira gets her own on top of the Tablet now. So, yeah. It's
wow, Tablet and Portal Key.
A lot of jump. Yeah, on
That's
Moira.
Pretty significant. Tablet is just one of those amazing tools versus Tremble as well.
Oh, Tremble at the bottom lane, pushing it out a little bit, but realizing that he's going to have to come back because here comes that push from Druids now. Everything is up just about. Elemental Void in 5 seconds.
Okay, so they need to make sure to cancel the Tempest ultimate this time. They already used the Empath ultimate. They're looking to go.
Oh, wow. Moraxis jumps in. There's the Elemental Void. They'll cut Parasite. And that's not a good thing. Malikan jumps in with a possession. The auto attack damage is real, and they are falling like flies shortly after. Empath goes down. There goes Moraxis. Yeah, so what you were saying about they need to cancel Tempest didn't work there.
Yeah, they're choosing to jump on a Flux all in. Alright. I guess they're, I don't know. I'm not going to take anything away from Druids. Once again, Iceland Gogo, nice Elemental Void. Well played by Druids overall. I love the draft in this game from Druids, and of course the creativity with going for that Congo level 1. Definitely not the lineup that you would expect it from. Working out really well and making every single decision right, more or less.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a day! What a day we had here, because it starts off with Reason defeating Sync 2-0, and then it follows it up with then that same Reason team the very next series losing to Druids 2-0. I mean, really, who saw that coming as far as results go? But it is what it is, and again, just even more reason why you really should be just excited, man, going forward here with DreamHack just around the corner, because the anyone could be anyone is where the scene kind of feels like it's at right now, at least at the top tier teams. And these 5 that are in this event, that's really the case. So that's kind of what we got here today, a little bit of taste of that at least.
Agreed. And these drafts, very creative, and the warm-up event, people are trying out the new stuff. Definitely, yeah, very promising, very fun games to watch from spectator view.
You also take a look right there, guys. Again, this is the updated groups here. So obviously, Reason will remain at 3 points from the victory earlier over Sync, but Druids picks up 3 points, and they've only played the